Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have for you a Kickstarter that's coming. That's a fun little take on chess concerning the Greek gods and their fight over the fate of humanity. It's called Crossing Olympus. It's by Bold Move Games, and here it is. So the basis behind Crossing Olympus is that you play as the gods of Olympus, and you've become disgusted with mankind, and you're battling to see if you're going to destroy humanity or if you're going to save humanity. Now, I want to remind everybody that this is just a prototype, so all the pieces are not definitely set. The artwork, everything is, like I said, it's just a prototype, so you don't know how it's going to change during the Kickstarter. But as you can see, we have our game board here, which is split into a light side and a dark side. And at the beginning of the game, you choose between the two players who is going to be playing light and who is going to be playing dark. In this case, Gothy will be playing dark, and I will be playing light. And in the game, the gods have cloned themselves and basically made dark versions and light versions of themselves. So that's why each player has to choose. You have on the board your starting gates. I have mine on the light side right here. It's this square here. And Gothy has the dark one right there. And the purpose of the game is trying to get one of your pieces, your characters, through the other player's gate. I'd be trying to move my my character across the board, attacking other players, and try to get it into that square by the end of my turn, and then I would be the winner, and Gothy's trying to do the same this way. And you do that by summoning your characters, your gods, onto the board, and then moving them in a chess-style game. So we're going to show you the character cards, because every player starts with 12 different characters, and I'll show you the little pieces they have right here. But you start with these character cards that are like this. You can see this one is for Zeus right here. It has the number of hit points that he has right here. It says that he's got 10 hit points. His movement is 1 in any direction, which means he can move, if I had, let me go ahead and find the Zeus piece right here. So let's say if he was here on the board, he can move 1 in any direction, so either forward, sideways, or diagonal, either way. And I'm not sure if this is going to be included in the game or if they're going to actually put them in the character cards of the game, but they actually have a little guide right here with it's for moves and combat and everything, how the different ability work right there. It's a whole stack of references right there. And every character has an attack ability. And you see right there on Zeus, it says that he does 10 damage and he 3 non-diagonal direct spaces. So that if he was here, say he was here, I could choose if Gothy had, let's just say random character, had right here, he will do 10 damage, any 3 non-diagonal direct spaces. So I could choose 3, 1, 2, 3 direct spaces that way, or 1, 2, 3 if there was anybody on the side of me there, 1, 2, 3 this way, or even if somebody was trying to creep up behind me to my gate, 1, 2, 3. My turn to deal 10 damage to them in non-diagonal direct spaces. And he has a special ability. Some of them have special ability right here. It says Lightning Bolt, where he can attacks can pass over friendly or enemy pieces to hit somebody directly. Because usually your character cannot stop in a space with another character, either your own or friendly, and your attacks are straight. They don't pass through an opponent or friendly piece. But his special is Lightning Bolt, lets his attacks pass over friendly or enemy pieces. You could hit somebody. So if there was one of my own pieces, like right here in the middle, I could zap it over to him. So there's one for each of the 12. We got Zeus. We got like Ares right here. He's got 5 hit points. He can move. His movement is 3 direct spaces, so he can only move 3 in any one direction, direct spaces like that. I'm probably going to butcher this name, Dionysus, right here. His movement is the same as a knight in chess, so it's 2 up and 1 over. If you're moving like Gothy's is right here, so it'd be 2 up and 1 over. 2 up, 1 over. And that goes in any direction. And they're all on the little reference charts they have here with their attacks and everything, which hopefully they'll have reference cards in the game, or they'll actually be on the cards. Makes it a lot easier to memorize. So they come with, well, the prototype we got came with these little standees, and they have on the top a little yellow track. Well, it's yellow on the light side. It's purplish for the dark characters, where you can track your hit points, your life for your character, because they all have different amount of hit points. Little standee right here, just little clips in. Maybe the game will come with miniatures. I'm not sure yet. I'm about to see how the Kickstarter goes, and it comes with a bunch of clips, little red clips we've got right there to keep track of the hit points on your character. So at the beginning of the game, everybody takes their, I'm moving the game board around. Everybody takes their stacks of character cards we got right here, shuffles them up a little bit, and draws a hand of 3. So Gothy's going to do that over there, and I'm going to go do that this way. And we'll just show you some basic turns, how this works. I'm not going to play a full game straight through. So go ahead and shuffle it. I've got my stack right here, and I will draw my 3. 1, 2, 3. And in the game, light goes first. So it's a good thing that I'm light, so I get to go first and show you all. Okay. So at the beginning of the game, since light goes first, the first thing you have to do is summon a character to your gates. And you do that by playing one of your character cards from your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and play Ares. And as soon as you play one, you automatically draw to refill your hand of 3 cards. So I've got my 3 right there again. So I'm going to go ahead and find the character piece for Ares right here and put him in my gate. And whenever you summon a character into your gate, that character can move or attack on the same turn. And so Ares says he can move 3 direct spaces. So let's go ahead. I'm going to have him move in 3 spaces. Let's say 1, 2, 3 this way. And when it says direct, you have to go in a single direction. You can't choose to move it, because sometimes it says when it says in any direction, like I said, if it said 3 in any direction, you could go 1, 2, 3 that way, because you can change it in the middle of your movement. But if it says direct, you have to go in that direction. You can't change it up. And then since there's nobody to attack on the board, I'm going to go ahead and skip attack. Now on subsequent turns, whatever you play, you can either choose to summon a character into your gates. You can choose to attack with a character if there's another character within range of one of your characters, or you can choose to move one of your characters. And the game has a little rule book. It's got all the little the bits and everything that says how to do different spaces and how to use your special abilities. So we'll show you a little bit of it. So now that it's my turn, I've gone. I've summoned a character, and he gets his free move and or attack for the turn. We'll go ahead and pass it over to Gothy to play.
Okay, so I'm going to play Apollo. Okay. And you can move 2 any direction.
2 in any direction.
So I'm probably going to go there.
Okay, go that way. All right.
Draw.
And you draw. Okay. So now, for my turn, let's see, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to summon in Hades. Right there. Let me go get his character over here. My little standee. I'm going to keep him there. And I'm going to choose not to move him. I'm going to keep him here because I want to show a game mechanic that's going to happen. Oh, and I got to draw my card to replenish my hand. I'm going to show a game mechanic next turn. And I will say go.
I will play Artemis.
Yep.
2. Not sure. Here. And he can move 2 in any direction or up to 7 sideways.
Oh, yeah, something's moving there. So 2 in any direction or up to 7 sideways, which is crazy.
I'm just going to move 2.
Okay, move 2. Okay, on my turn, there's a special rule that if any of your characters is on your gate space on your turn, you can move with that character and bring a new character into play on your gate space on a single turn. But the character that is brought into play, it can't move or attack on that turn. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move Hades. He can move 3 direct spaces. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 3 direct spaces with with Hades. And then I will summon in Apollo right here. I might have to move my stuff down a little bit. Space over here. So, yeah, summon in Apollo on his chariot right here. But he cannot move or attack this turn. And then we will, got to draw up my 3 cards, and then we will pass turn to Gothy.
I will summon Hephaestus.
Not too good with the Greek names.
And he can move to any non-diagonal.
Trying to look at some movement rules over here real quick.
I'm just gonna leave him there for right now.
Okay, you're gonna leave him there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I able to move the other character?
No, you're only able to move your one character.
I didn't move him.
Oh, you summoned him in this turn? Oh, sorry, I was looking through the reference guide over there. Yeah, if you summon into your gate this turn, he can move and or attack this turn.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Or you can leave him at the gate. No, but you can't move one of your other characters. No, if you summon in there, it's only if you started with the character on the gate they can move, and then you summon in. Okay, so let's see. I don't want to summon anybody else in right now. I'm gonna go ahead and move. Let me see. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. See, Ares can move 3 direct spaces. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Move Ares right there. And I will say go.
Move Artemis. 2. And his attack is 6 damage to all adjacent diagonal spaces. So.
Okay, but you move this turn. You need to choose to move or attack.
I understand.
Okay. What says that? You're not attacking me yet? Let's go ahead and move him. 1, 2. And when you move, even though it says like Ares right here is 3 direct spaces, you can move up to 3. You don't have to complete 3. Like you see, I just moved Ares 1, 2. You can choose to move 1 or 2 spaces, so you don't have to move the complete movement if you don't want to. So I'm gonna move him there, and then I'll pass the turn.
So I'll have Apollo attack him for 2 damage.
Okay. Yeah, Apollo's attack, since I have an Apollo on the board, also I read the card right here, says, he does 2 damage in 3 spaces in any direction. So obviously he's having it go this way. So it's going to deal me 2 damage.
+1.
Huh? 2 damage. Attacks deal +1 damage if it's a direct attack. Okay, so since he's directing it that way. So I take 3 damage, and I'll go ahead and put my clip over here so you can see that I've taken 1, 2, 3 damage. He is now down to 2 life. Alright. And are you done? Yep. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying not to cough.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm getting over illness here. But it's okay. We'll figure this out and get through it. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and deal Ares attack. I'm gonna get some attacks in. So he deals 5 damage in 3 direct spaces. Oh, I forgot to have him do. He has a special Terror of War ability. This is 1 damage to enemies when Ares lands on an adjacent space. I forgot to have him do that. that turn. But he's going to do 5 damage to him. So he does,
He'll
yeah,
be dead,
straight to him.
He'll be dead.
Oh, he'll be dead. Hey, okay. Yep. So he dies, and when they die, they're removed from the game. They don't get to come back. They don't get reshuffled in. All right, and that's my play for the turn. So it is now your turn.
He's gonna move 2.
2.
And then I can summon.
And then you can summon somebody in.
Yes. Summon Zeus.
Oh man, here comes Zeus. Let's Charles' character. All right, so I might have to gang up on this guy right here. All right, so pretty much these are all the different concepts, the different rules and everything, and gameplay for Crossing Olympus. So let's go ahead and get to the review. Okay, so the good for Crossing Olympus is that it's a really interesting take on chess concerning the Greek gods. With the addition of the hit points and dealing damage, it makes it really strategic, really interesting, and it's a really fun time, really great game, especially if you like the strategy element to your games. The bad is that sometimes figuring out your moves, how the different pieces move, or the different attacks and the special abilities. Sometimes it's a little complicated. You can see on the sheet here, it just has the special action, but sometimes it's easy to forget the different special abilities. And also, I hope that they find some way to put the little reminders of the characters' move and how they attack. I hope they find some way to put these on the cards rather than having the big booklet like this. But we'll see how it goes during the Kickstarter. The ugly is that I hope they do something different with the standees during the Kickstarter, because these, the ones for the dark side or the black standees are good. They're a little thicker, but the ones you see with the everything, of course, this is just a prototype. The standees could be completely different how they do them, so it could completely change. So it's really good. Check it out on Kickstarter. It's coming soon. We'll update our video description whenever it comes. Thank you for watching Logan Chops Reviews. We'll see you next time.